We've got a good one on tap. It's our visitors and the Detroit Lions. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And off we go from Ford Field. Rakim Jarrett now from his end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
We got Hornets! 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 Yes! Vegas! Vegas!
They'll put Loveland in motion. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. That is caught downfield by Odunze. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A huge play right off the bat. A gain of 57 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Santos' kick is good. And the Dragons will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18. Let's hit.
Stroud gonna throw right away. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And he will dive into the end zone. 79 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, running with it. I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. Now that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rap.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let it go. Lead.
Throwing is Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Jack Campbell.
Let it go.
Here's Williams now to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 3rd down. In motion, it's Odunze. On 3rd down, it's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. That's enough for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. And he'll manage to bring this down to about Dennis Rakestraw there to make the stop. They'll go play action here with Williams. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They'll indeed go. It's Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup. And
to the goal line and in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Dragons. Touchdown, number 9 for the year. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Dragons are on top. It's now 10-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Check. Let's go now. Go.
Here's a first carry for their running back. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Devin White, that time on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Okay. Look the hot.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. It is a big play there for the Lions. 31 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And the Lions going to be set up with 1st and goal as play moves them down to the 1.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Smash. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, They'll go with him again, as he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The kicking team off for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Lions are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And caught left side by Odunze. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And Tokyo. First down.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They put Wilson in motion. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. 1st down.
Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
No gain on
So
the play.
we are through one on this Thanksgiving Day.
At the Lions'
It's the
14-yard
Lions who
line.
have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And he's in. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Tokyo.
Touchdown, Tokyo.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Lions 14. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Going for it all. And he will dive into the end zone. 71 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard
play fake. Now Williams. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
And the Tokyo first down.
A give. Here's Hall. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From the 46. Here's second and 8. Off play action. Here's Williams. Escaping the danger, throwing, and completing. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They'll set up the screen to Hall. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
It's a gain of 8.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. There's that man again. Another catch. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The Lions call their first time out. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That's to the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Second and inches. Here's Hall. And he'll take this one in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Dragons. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Dragons extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here comes a return from the 3. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He keeps it himself. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will finally get to him, but I think even he knows this one is coming back.
Here we go.
On second down, Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts third and 14. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. That is second touchdown of the game. He's got 20 on the year. No problem there on the extra point, and the Lions have taken a 4-point advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kicks away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
It's 3rd and 7.
Now Williams. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll discuss. To come as 4th down is looming. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. That's taken in, and this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on downs. Here's a run going left. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he will score again. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. Point after try forthcoming. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his 2nd miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll go play action here with Williams. Open man downfield is Loveland. inside the 30.
We see so many wide receivers in today's NFL that almost resemble more of a running back style. When they get the ball in their hands, not only are they able to pick up big yards, they're able to fight through tackles and make people miss. That's an element that a lot of offenses are searching for. Takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 5-yard line.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Tokyo. His second rushing touchdown of the year on Santos for the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Santos set to kick off.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. Moving to his right. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
And the Tokyo.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And that will leave to a second down. They put Wilson in motion. On second down, it's Williams. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have one remaining, as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Williams to the air once more. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. Now the offense will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throw it again. It's Williams. The open man is Wilson. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remembering this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
Stroud to throw here on first down. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's brought down after a game of 6 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 13. First down, Detroit.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now a give on the ground, and a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Back to throw. Pushed out to his left. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
That is caught at the 3. And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. First and goal as they convert on third down.
Okay, break.
Here's a run. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Detroit. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. Extra point attempts to come here. Maybe a wrench thrown in the operation there. Snap wasn't great. Kick is pulled. It is no good. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line. Off play action. Here's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph.
Williams pass. Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side this time. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up second and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 2. They'll stick with him again. Face to run inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy. Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here's we start the second half.
Here's third down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is first and goal.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time,
And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Lions. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's Stroud to the line. His guy's going to try to get 2 more.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
They'll return this from the 11. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. Williams to throw on 2nd down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion. And it yields a fresh set of downs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. We're on to the 4th on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A play fake. Now Williams laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They get an even 20 on that one. And that would be a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Tokyo first down.
Now Williams. Right back to Wilson. He's got it again. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one taken in. Middle of the end zone. Rome Odunze. Touchdown Dragons. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2. The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Throwing again, Williams. That'll be caught, and he will not get to the goal line, so no tacking on 2 points. Still a 3-score game, as the difference is 18. With down 3 scores and it's late, they're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here, trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Let's go. 60, 80. Ready, ready.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short.
A gain of 9.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike, and they came into the game saying we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased.
Here we go, let's go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's in.
Take that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh, there's no one left to call. You stay up counting down the days till you make your escape, but you're afraid you can outrun what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying the weight in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break the chain that left you scarred from where you came into who you are. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, I won't pretend that I know half the hell you've seen, but that don't mean it's something that you're destined to repeat. Oh, you're stronger than you think. You know it has to end, but you don't know